I said I'm okay, I've been better, not sure if it's paradise. And if it's the small things that matter, then maybe it's where it lies. But oh, we're looking for keys to this world. Left my high rise, looked back and said oh, though I still believe that there's more to the sunrise. But sometimes when I let go, I lose track of the days. I get caught in my high life, no, can't quit to the place. I've called back cause I meant to. I lost count of the days. And said oh, though I still believe that there's more to the sunrise. But sometimes when I let go, I lose track of the days. I get caught in my high life, no, can't quit to the place. I've called back cause I meant to. I lost count of the days. I get caught in the high life, still caught in the high life. Sometimes when I let go, I lose track of the days. I get caught in the high life, no, can't quit to the place. I've called back cause I meant to. I lose track of the days. I I'm okay, I've been better, not sure if it's better. Lose track of the days, I get caught in the high life, so caught in the high life.
to the semi-finals. Nigeria arguably have a more impressive World Cup. This is their 6th appearance in the finals, and they've become really, you'd have to say, the strength of both these teams, Clive, is to get on.
They can switch. They'll start with a 4. I can see them going to a 3, depending on how the game pans out. For Croatia, it will be about possession. With the quality and technicians that they have in that midfield area, they'll be looking to probe, to keep possession, to dig.
Not so lucky for the chickens.
Will hit towards that rear guard, the Croatian defence. Lovren just comes thumping into the back of him, gives certainly Nigeria an opportunity to deliver into the danger area. Victor Moses on it.
About 20 yards outside the Croatian penalty area. It's easily cleared in the end by the Croatian defence, and they pick up the pace with Nigeria and back to the... He kicks it first time.
Campos.
Nigeria. Just a little bit lazy in getting himself back on side. The ball was regained on the halfway line, played through. Modric just not getting it. Needed to move 5 yards back on side to receive the pass. It was a very decent free kick, and it set Nigeria loose on the right edge of the Croatian penalty. Is there, but he couldn't pick out either of them, and Nigeria survived a scary man. 4 years he's been at the new camp and won just about everything going out for a goal kick, but it came off him and went out for a throw-in. So Nigeria, or Besiktas, the famous Turkish club. Forward again to Modric in the central third of the field, carefully playing it. Pretty good position, quite central. Yeah, Mandzukic just a little bit over physical.
Strinic linking well with Perisic. The ball played in field to Kramaric. Nigeria relieve a free kick to them inside their own box.
Yeah, really impressed with the way. Fullbacks and space to come and attack. That's really pulling back.
England and Kosovo there. French league, and he knocks it out to the left-hand side, where again it's been noticeable they are concentrating these early attacks. They're in possession just inside the Nigerian half. Kramaric plays it out to the left flank again, goes for the return ball, wasn't good, and Nigeria regain possession themselves with Iwobi, the Arsenal man, and the long ball forward straight through to Subasic. They're in possession just inside the Nigerian half. Kramaric plays it out to the Lovren. Bags of Premier League experiences in England in his CV with Southampton and Liverpool. Modric is on the ball now, the former Tottenham man, capped over 100 times by his country, and he hits that long ball out to the left again. It's a clear tactic, and it has earned them their first corner of the game after Shehu was forced to head behind.
Yeah, no pressure on the ball. Modric looking forward. Rebic coming off the left-hand side, looking to play in and behind the left full-back. Edo in the end gets enough of a touch to concede the corner, but it really is positive from Croatia. Nigeria sinking back further and further, can't dispossess certainly Croatia the way that they're keeping the ball.
Dejan Lovren a clear threat to the Nigerians from this set piece. Has scored a number of headed goals in his career in England, but they've got plenty of other threats there as well. And Modric's delivery from these set pieces is normally on the money, but before he can take this one, the referee's having a word about the usual pushing and shoving going on, so just delaying the taking. Mandzukic is being held by 2 Nigerian players as the corner comes in short, back to hits it to the Croatian penalty area. The men all in green from Nigeria have their first really flowing attack. The others have been quick balls played up to the edge of the Croatian penalty area. This is their longest period of passing that they've had so far. You're listening to TalkSport's live coverage from Kaliningrad of Croatia against Nigeria.
And I think they needed that. They just needed a spell, control possession, Nigeria. And Croatia have just dropped away, just taking the sting out of the fast start from the Croatians.
This is better from Nigeria. Their confidence will grow if they can keep the ball like this. They are only in the middle third of the field. They're not posing any immediate threat to Croatia, but they've settled now after a very nervy opening which saw Croatia going at them right from the off. Itibu has possession about 10 yards outside the centre circle. 10 minutes gone. Croatia 0, Nigeria 0. Now they switch the emphasis with the long ball for Victor Moses. It's too long though. It goes out of play. That's a goal kick to Croatia, although he applauds the intent of the move.
Yeah, I think Gernot Rohr, the coach, is something that he's emphasised about his team. They need to be more efficient in possession of the ball. That was certainly their best spell in the game. They worked the ball across the back line before the long ball. They're unopposed. They're looking to hit that long diagonal from the right-hand side to the left of the field.
Now Mikel has dispossessed Modric near the corner flag, but his cross was an easy one to take for Subasic. Not like Modric to give it up that easily. He did well to chase back and kept pace with the former Chelsea man, but then got hustled out of it. Not the strongest physically, is he?
No, he was just bundled over, and Owen Mikel then had the opportunity to deliver into the 6-yard box, just a little bit too high and hung into that box. Subasic come and claimed comfortably.
One of the oldest in this young squad, John Obi Mikel, the former Chelsea man, had a wonderful decade as well at Stamford Bridge. 370 appearances for Chelsea. And again, Croatia have conceded a free kick. That'll be a slight concern to their coach. That's 3 or 4 already now. We've only had 12 minutes on the clock. Victor Moses will take it again.
Just needless little challenges where they're slightly late. They're making physical contact, and over have gone the Nigerian players, and rightly so. They're winning free kicks, and they've had opportunities now just to test this Croatia rearguard. The service from the free kicks has been poor.
That was not a lot better. But it comes out, the second ball. That shot was blocked as well. They're still midway inside the Croatian half, however. And the ball is with Ido. Ido allowed to run 10 yards forward and goes for the little. He's inside the Croatian penalty area. His cross was poor, easily blocked by, I think it was Lovren who got a foot to it. And Croatia come clear, but not for long. Etibo wins it back for Nigeria. They're about 20 yards outside the Croatian penalty area, and now a sloppy ball by Igalo has given Croatia their opportunity to come forward. A good early tempo here.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic tempo to the game. Nigeria on a couple of occasions dispossessed Croatia, quickly playing forward.
And once again, it's that left flank causing Nigeria all manner of problems here. And the shot was a brilliant effort, and it very nearly brought the opening goal of the game for Perisic.
Really well played by Croatia, swept out to the left-hand side. Rebic comes on the inside, plays it to the edge of the 18-yard box. Lovely layoff from Mandzukic, first time hit from Perisic, but always rising. Didn't test the keeper, but a sweet move from Croatia.
Good effort by the Inter Milan midfielder who used to play for Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp when they were together in that very successful Borussia Dortmund team that won the title and several other trophies as well. The long ball, kick forward into the Croatian half, sees Nigeria in possession down their right, midway inside the Croatian territory, but the ball has gone out of play for a throw-in to Nigeria. The younger squad, remember, average age 25, and only a handful of their squad have played in the World Cup finals before, but they've got a noisy and, as I mentioned earlier, very colourful following inside this stadium. There might be a slight concern about the way the opening almost quarter of an hour has gone, in the sense that Croatia have had so much possession. Igalo has gone down halfway inside Croatia's half, but this time the free kick goes against the Nigerian man for a handball as he was challenged from behind by Vida.
Yeah, good pressure from Vida. Igalo just bringing his hands up as it pops up over his chest, handles the ball, turns possession over back to Croatia. But what a tempo, first 15 minutes, lovely tempo to the game, real intensity from both teams.
Yeah, it's been breathtaking stuff so far. Just that one real seemingly goal-bound effort that went over the crossbar in the end from to the Nigerian half. Rare sight for him. Doesn't often cross the halfway line for Liverpool unless it's a set piece. Good ball forward though, and the first or second shot in anger from Kramaric this time, but it was well wide. No real problem for Izohu in the Nigerian goal.
Again, another good build-up from Croatia. It's worked through Lovren to Kramaric, who eventually gets it 30 yards out, scoops it from under his feet, doesn't quite get the quality of strike that he was hoping for, always just drifting wide of that right upright.
The Super Eagles, as they're known, Nigeria, they were the first African nation to get through the group stage of the finals. The very first time they qualified in USA in 1994. They're on the attack now, 20 yards outside the Croatian penalty area, and looking good. Good challenge coming in though from Vrsaljko to deny them, but they pick up the second ball with Etibo playing it back into his own half to Balogun, now a Brighton player. Look forward to seeing him in the Premier League next season. Croatia regain possession with Modric inside the centre circle, and this is getting so repetitive. Another ball out to that left-hand side, and they're looking good with Kramaric, edge of the box, shouting for possession. He's been ignored for the moment by Rebic. Now it's played forward into the Nigerian penalty area. Perisic is there, and it's gone behind for another corner for Croatia, who, when they do get on the front foot and come forward, are looking very good.
Yeah, it's excellent. The way that as soon as they're in possession, this occasion it was Modric, space in the centre, sweeps it out to Rebic on that left-hand side. Then they go and join, short, sharp fence to win the corner.
Vida and Lovren both forward from their defensive positions for this corner kick. But again, Nigeria hold tight, clear with ease. The ball has gone out of play for a throw-in to Croatia, far side of the field, their left. They're going to wear a hole, I think, down that left flank, because that's where the vast majority of their early attacks have come from. Lovren has the ball from the throw-in inside the centre circle, finding Vrsaljko, the Atletico Madrid right back, who's also had some experience in the Italian league with Genoa and Sassuolo. He has possession just inside Nigeria's half. The ball played carefully back to Dejan Lovren, and across the field from him to Vida, his fellow centre-back. Now Modric comes deep into his own half to get possession and finds Lovren on the halfway line for Croatia. Coming up to 18 minutes gone. It's 0-0 here. Kramaric is floored about 20 yards outside.
Hands on the shoulder, it bundles him to the ground. First opportunity of note for Croatia from a free kick situation in the final third.
Never really got going, did he, in English football, Kramaric? Just a couple positions. It's Rakitic who leaves it to Modric. Nigeria in possession. Good ball played out to the right to Victor Moses, who's got an opportunity to get into the penalty area. He's brought down, was he? It looked like a free kick, I have to say. The Brazilian referee has waved the way on, and Nigeria, and Moses in particular, will be unhappy about that.
And I think that the referee was very, very lenient there. Strinic was lucky because Moses turns back on the inside of him. It's a yard outside the 18-yard box. I think he plays and takes Moses' legs away from him, doesn't play the ball. Should have been a Nigeria free kick.
I'd agree with that, yeah. Anyway, the attack to the right to Victor Moses, who's got an opportunity to get into the penalty area. He's brought down, was he? It looked like a free kick, I have to say. The Brazilian referee has waved the way on, and Nigeria will be unhappy about that.
And I think that the referee was very, very lenient there. Strinic was lucky because Moses turns back on the inside of him. It's a yard outside the 18-yard box. I think he doesn't play the ball. Should have been a Nigeria free kick.
I'd agree with that, yeah. Anyway, the opportunity to get into the penalty area. He's brought down, was he? It looked like a free kick, I have to say. The Brazilian referee has waved the way on, and Nigeria will be unhappy about that.
And I think that the referee was very, very lenient there. Strinic was lucky because Moses turns back on the inside of him. It's a yard outside the 18-yard box. I think he doesn't play the ball. Should have been a Nigeria free kick.
I'd agree with that. The opportunity to get into the penalty area. He's brought down, was he? It looked like a free kick, I have to say. The Brazilian referee has waved the way on, and Nigeria will be unhappy about that.
And I think that the referee was very, very lenient there. Strinic was lucky because Moses turns back on the inside of him. It's a yard outside the 18-yard. I think he doesn't play the ball. Should have been a
and Nigeria will be actually born in Berlin to a Nigerian father, and he's played for 4
before it's returned again.
He's all right. He's on his feet.
Really competitive in there. Just catches him. No intent from Vida. He's just jumped in. And the big centre half has collided with him.
Nigeria due to injury. Yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure back, would he?
Just jumped in. The big centre half has collided with him.
Nigeria due to injury. Yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed. I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed. Uncertain when the ball comes in. Hughton squad in the Premier League. He's coming from Mainz in Germany. He was actually born in Berlin to a Nigerian father.
In there. Just catches him. No intent from Vida.
Well, no, if it was Mike Tyson, he wouldn't be coming back, would he?
Just jumped in. The big centre-half has collided with him.
Nigeria, due to injury. Yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure we'll be watching Nigeria, due to injury. Yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed, I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed, uncertain with the ball comes in. Squad in the Premier League. He's gone from Mainz in Germany. He was actually born in Berlin to a Nigerian father.
As if in there, just catches him. No intent from the crease.
Well, no, if it was Mike wouldn't be coming back, would he?
Just jumped in. The big centre-half has collided with him.
Nigeria, yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure we'll be watching Nigeria, due to injury. Yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed, I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed, uncertain with the ball comes in. Squad in the Premier League. He's gone from Mainz in Germany. He was actually born in Berlin to a Nigerian father.
As if in there, just catches him. No intent from the crease.
Well, no, if Mike wouldn't be coming back, would he? Nigeria, due to injury. Yep, bit of concern there for Chris Hughton. I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed, I'm sure we'll be watching this. Just signed, uncertain with the ball comes in. Squad in the Premier League. He's gone from Mainz in Germany. He was actually born in Berlin to a Nigerian father.
As if in there, just catches him.
Nigeria, but they've kept possession West time. Of Arsene Wenger. But a good start, the third best country in the world by FIFA, but they've qualified for the last two World Cup finals only by coming through the playoffs. A lovely ball forward by Modric, and really Mandzukic should have done better with that. It's gone all the way through to goalkeeper Zohu, whose kick was a bit wild, sliced it straight out of play. Throw in Croatia.
Yeah, just a little bit of pressure from Mandzukic after the miscontrol on the goalkeeper. He slices it out to the right-hand side, but that's where Croatia needs to hold that ball up, because as soon as Modric plays it in, looking to knock it down, can see clearly just shoves him out of the way before heading it back to Kramaric.
Strange thing about Nigeria's squad, they've only got one player who actually plays in the Nigerian domestic league, and that's their reserve keeper Ezenwa. Half a dozen from the English Premier League, 5 from the Turkish league, and then a variety of countries. The of them
Croatian players, because they realised that again was an opportunity, half a chance created. They wasn't on the end of the pass.
They then made a total mess of a straightforward throw-in, which has given Nigeria the chance to come forward with Atibu, looking for Victor Moses, who started out on the right.
They are looking to hit that diagonal from right to left. Croatia. The first yellow card.
Painful one there for the Chelsea man, who was the top scorer for Nigeria in the qualifiers with 3 goals. Spent most of his life and his football career, of course, in England. The last 6 years at Chelsea after a series of loans, but as I mentioned, he was switched to wing back, and it really revived his career. He's on his feet again, still limping a bit, still in a bit of pain. But Nigeria have possession from the resulting free kick. The ball not long towards Igalo, headed away by Vidal, and then Rakitic calmly back to goalkeeper Subasic. I don't think either lively start here has had a save to make yet.
No, that's the only disappointing thing about the first half an hour, is for the quality of the play, for the intensity of it. There's not really been a clear-cut shot or attempt at goal that's tested either keeper.
Could that change now with Croatia? Nigeria have possession from the resulting free kick. The ball not long behind for a corner. It did.
It's that man Rebic again. The ball's played in
on towards Igalo, headed away by Vidal, and then Rakitic calmly back to goalkeeper.
And it's Croatia. In his opening in half an hour, he sort of scuffed it in at the back post. Near ball.
The striker will try and claim that, but arguably, as Clive said, it could well have been going wide, and it was easily blocked.
Good block by Vida in the end, but what a response from Nigeria, having gone behind, got the ball.
But arguably, as Clive said,
the shooting opportunity was there, really well blocked.
The striker will try and claim that, a little bit too long perhaps, and it was easily blocked. Comes forward.
Good block by Vida in the end, but what a response from Nigeria, having gone behind, got the ball.
But arguably, as Clive said,
the shooting opportunity was there, really well blocked.
The striker will try and claim that. And he's played the ball out to the right-hand side to Idowu. And now it goes to John Obi Mikel, just outside the Croatian penalty area. John Obi Mikel loses possession. halfway inside their own half and cleverly win a throw-in. Well, what a start here for Croatia and Zlatko Dalic, who only took over last October, 2 days before their final qualifier. A must-win game against Ukraine, which indeed they did win. And all around this stadium now, for once, for the moment anyway, the green-shirted Nigerian fans are silent. It's the red and white checks of Croatia much in evidence, and they have possession. A lovely ball down the left-hand side, sliding challenge coming in from Troost-Ekong, a good one, and then he looked to have been fouled there. The referee has said play on because Nigeria do have possession, but not in a particularly dangerous area. In fact, they've had to go all the way back to the edge of their own penalty box. I think FIFA have indeed deemed that to be an own goal, as the ball goes long to the edge of the Croatian penalty area and all the way through to their goalkeeper Subasic.
Yeah, Alan, I think that the flicked header from Mandzukic then takes a touch, is going wide of that upright before inadvertently he deflects it back into the goal. So it was I think it's a goal that Croatia deserved with the way that they've played this first 35 minutes, but it's a scrappy one, but they will not be worried about that.
10 minutes to half-time. Croatia 1, Nigeria 0. You're listening to TalkSport's live coverage from Kaliningrad of this Group D fixture. Vida in possession for Croatia, halfway inside their own half. Now the ball is played into the centre circle, and Croatia builds slowly from the back with the Liverpool man Dejan Lovren to Vrsaljko just inside Nigerian territory. It has to go all the way back to Rakitic, who's playing in a really deep position, and he knocks it out to the left-hand side where Vida stretched to keep possession, but that he did, and finds Modric. Now it goes forward towards Mandzukic, the man whose header was inadvertently turned into his own net there by Stoke City's new man Etibu. He only signed for them, I believe, a couple of days ago. He had been with Las Palmas on loan. And the referee's given a free kick here for a bit of all-in wrestling from Luka Modric on the halfway line on the unfortunate own goal scorer. Free kick to Nigeria, as the Croatian fans build the noise again. But their team defending now right on the edge of their own box, and it's a dangerous header across. But Croatia deal with that problem. And Vrsaljko plays it long into the centre circle, and they've got a man breaking. It's Vrsaljko who played the ball forward himself. They've got three in the box here. Oh, what a poor cross though. Mandzukic might get there, no he can't, to keep it alive. 3 against 2 in the box. Great run from the fullback. Played the ball infield to Kramaric, who with the outside of his right boot flicked the fullback back in. Then the crossing opportunity was there. They got 3 attacking players, 2 Nigerian defenders. Just the quality of the cross from the fullback let him down when the opportunity was there for Croatia. 8 minutes remaining in the first half here in Kaliningrad in Group D. You're listening to TalkSport. Croatia 1, Nigeria 0. Diving header by Mandzukic, turned into his own net by Ogan Etibu, although he didn't know an awful lot about it. Lovren has the ball on the halfway line for Croatia. Has plenty of time in the world to pick the right pass here, and decides to go all the way back to his goalkeeper Daniel Subasic, who won the title with Monaco 2 seasons ago. Runners-up, as I mentioned before, last season. Vrsaljko, the right back, has got forward onto his long clearance and just tried to earn his team a corner. It's been knocked out for a throw-in instead, almost on the corner flag.
Yeah, he's asking questions of Iwobi now. He's playing on the left-hand side of that midfield for Nigeria. He's having to track the fullback back. He's going to run forward at every opportunity.
Kramaric in possession for Croatia. Clips the ball into the Nigerian penalty area where it's headed clear. Modric can't reach it, but he had support from Vrsaljko and also from Perisic, and they retain possession. But on the halfway line now, Croatia, they lead 1-0 here with something like 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Luka Modric drills that ball out to the left flank again, the favoured tactic for Croatia in this first half. And the ever-dangerous Rebic keeps possession for them. And now it's at the feet of Rakitic, midway inside the half. Good ball into the middle. Oh, the header from Kramaric, just over.
Really good build-up from Croatia, from the diagonal ball out to Rebic. The interplay to get the ball back to Rakitic, and then the way that immediately he's unopposed, he fires that ball in. Pace, flat, just needs a touch. Kremic gets off the top of his head, looks as if it might be directed over the goalkeeper, just agonisingly over the crossbar.
Only scored 4 goals in 20 appearances in his time with Leicester. Done a lot better with Hoffenheim, a lot better. Modric has the ball. Oh, they've got an injured player now, Croatia. That's why players stop, with coming up to 5 minutes to half-time on the clock. Referee just trying to establish whether treatment is needed. I think we're going to have another look back at the goal on our TV monitor here, Clive. I don't think it was going in. I think you're right. Mandzukic's header was probably going wide. Yeah,
it's flashed across the 6-yard box. Mandzukic stooping and throwing himself at it, just flicks it. It's going towards that back post area. Kremic is there, and also Atibu. Inadvertently, he just deflects, I think, off the back of his heel inside that far upright.
Rebic is still down, the Croatian who's been such an effective force for them in this first half, getting treatment for what looks like a knee injury, as the Croatian fans sing their songs and the Nigerian